The man jolted awake to find himself plummeting through the sky at terrifying speed. With no parachute, he had no idea what was happening. Just as panic began to overwhelm him, his teammates appeared out of nowhere and helped him stabilize his body position for the descent. Despite their assistance, the man was already screaming in terror. Then, without warning, a crystalline orb materialized and bored straight into his skull. It was the memories of the body's original owner. The man had been obsessed with extreme sports since childhood, with a burning passion for breaking world records. His latest challenge? A parachute-free free fall from 30,000 feet. The rules were simple. Land precisely within a safety net, and the challenge would be deemed a success, earning him a staggering prize of 5 billion Korean won. Every major media outlet in South Korea was broadcasting the event live, united in witnessing what could be a historic moment. The moment Kui finished absorbing the memory crystal, he instantly inherited every skill the body had ever possessed. His confidence surged back. The fear of heights vanished. He broke away from his teammates and dove headfirst toward that 5 billion won payday. His breathtaking performance had the entire nation glued to their screens. As his speed increased, he got closer and closer to the safety net. He was already daydreaming about the lavish life that awaited him after collecting the prize. This was like a rookie player in a battle royale game, landing and instantly dying. Kui, however, was gutted about losing the 5 billion. Convinced he'd nail it on a second attempt, he demanded that Death find him another wealthy host. Death agreed without hesitation. This time, Kui was reborn as the second son of a South Korean chaebol family, and as of just yesterday, he had successfully inherited the family fortune, becoming the sole master of an empire. But before he could even savor the moment, the private jet he was on suddenly lurched into a storm, shaking violently. He frantically buckled his seatbelt and pulled out an emergency life vest, jamming it over his head. A flight attendant calmly reassured him. There was no need to panic. It was just minor turbulence, and the flight would stabilize shortly. But Kui knew the truth. Every host he'd taken over was a person on the verge of death. This plane was going down. He was sure of it. He ignored her. A few moments passed, and the plane glided out of the storm. Kui still refused to take off the life vest. He wandered into the cabin lounge and found it lined with luxury goods of every kind. This was the billionaire lifestyle he'd always dreamed of, and it only hardened his resolve to survive at any cost. But just as he began mapping out his glorious future, one of the plane's engines suddenly exploded. The aircraft entered a violent nosedive. Kui scrambled back to his seat and buckled in. The flight attendant rushed over to check on him. Then the fuselage tore open. A massive hole ripped through the cabin wall, and the flight attendant was sucked out instantly by the violent decompression. Kui didn't even have time to react. The plane disintegrated in a massive explosion, and the fireball swallowed him whole.